Okay, thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to take a look at the Banter. This is one of my early purchases that is pretty much sat in a box with unused knives. I've had it for about 1.5 years, mostly because, it's a fantastic size and the comfort is great, but the access to the liner lock has just been something that's not, I don't know, it just hasn't jumped out at me. I do have these unlocked composite carbon fiber scales on my baby Banter, and I've really enjoyed those. And they recently released this new pattern called the gecko pattern. It's kind of a circular starting at the pivot and then sort of almost like ripples moving out from there. So the reputation is that with the unlocked composites and with the liner lock access cutout that it really changes the nature of the knife. Plus having the contouring there really makes a difference apparently in the handling. So I'm hoping that with the change of the scales, this will turn this into a would like to carry knife to an actual I will carry it every day knife. So we'll see. Generally for these, when I take it down, start breaking it apart, I'll do that at fast speed so you don't have to sit through the whole process, but we'll come back at the end and take a look at how the fit and finish and the comfort is. If it works well, the next step probably would be to find a replacement thumb stud, maybe a titanium or maybe even the glow rhino like I have on my baby Banter, so they'll kind of match up. And finding maybe a black deep carry pocket clip, maybe a titanium deep carry pocket clip. I know that Civivi sells some, or I can look at the aftermarket. So thank you for joining me. We'll take it down. I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, so we have it all broken down, getting ready to do our cleanup. So you can see here we have the scales, the inner liner that is on the pocket clip side. On our show side, we have multiple inner liners, small areas there and to support the back spacer. We have our pocket clip standoffs, stop pin, and it is running on caged washers, as well as our D-shaped pivot screw. Oh, it's not D-shaped. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Pivot screw. I don't know why I said crew. If you notice here on the base of the pivot, there is a little notch here, and that notch drops in. There's a little notch right here on the show side of the scales. So let's hope that this has the similar, it does on the unlocked composites, has the same. Looks like we have our liners are appropriate. Everything's going to be appropriate from this side. Oh yeah, that's going to fit nice. So they do have several versions of these based on what version of the Banter, so you had to be careful when ordering to make sure you pick out the correct one. So anyway, we're going to take it down close again, high speed, do our full cleanup, and then we will start reassembling. Thank you. Okay, so we've done our cleanup. Now real quick, we're gonna do a little bit of the tough cloth polishing on the stainless components so that we can protect them a little bit long term. So we'll do that, do that. We'll do this one. So we cleaned everything with alcohol first nicely. Okay. Try and clean everything a little bit as we go. Nope, that was sort of silly. That clips in, that clips in. Okay, now, again, take it down, go a little bit quicker for you. Okay, so we're done. We've put her back together. I wanted to show you guys the Navs has a new bit driver, which is very, very slick and very inexpensive. Comes with multiple Weha bits. Pretty cool. Anyway, so here's the piece. You can see the unlocked composites. We got the scales on there. And the fit and finish of these scales is fantastic. Contoured, very, very smooth, no sharp edges. Everything came back together nicely. Excellent action. Matter of fact, in the part that you guys couldn't see when things were moving fast, when I first flicked out and almost jumped out of my hand, it comes out so authoritatively. Centering, got the centering really nicely. Very smooth. Shuts really nicely. I also brought out some other examples of the unlocked composites I have. Here's the baby Banter, which is probably one of my most regularly carried EDCs. And then I also have the Civivi Elementum. This one I do not carry very often because the lockup is pretty poor on it. I've worked as much as I can, but I don't feel very comfortable using it. You can see on these scales, these are both a transition type where the grain is running this way of the carbon fiber, where and this one is actually, I believe that's their forged carbon fiber is what it's called, forged, where this is their new gecko pattern. So it's got a circular as it runs out from the pivot and kind of circles. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. I got my youngest son here with me, so I wanted him to check out and see how he feels that the action, the fit and finish are, since he's got several of his own pocket knives. All right, James, tell us what you think. How's the access to the liner lock? Look at the cutout on there, makes it really nice.
Yeah, better before you
couldn't get to it, right?
I feel like it's faster.
I think because of the carbon fiber, you just feel the clang, like the click, a lot better. You move your arm out there. There you go. What do you think? How do they feel? Nice and thin?
Yeah, I like it. I like it better.
So do you think it's going to turn this knife in? You want to hand it to me? Thank you. Do you think it'll turn this knife from a sitting in the box thinking about being carried to an actual, I'm going to carry this knife?
I think you'll carry it.
I think I'm definitely
with the baby Banter.
Yep. Now the question is, what about thumb studs? What are you thinking here? Remember, I have a bronze, I have a red, and I have a glow rhino.
I think that one is probably, it feels better and it probably goes with the knife more. This one, I like it, but I don't know.
So you're saying leave the thumb stud? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys heard it here from the kid. Now, we did do a lanyard delete on this one, so now there is no lanyard post. I do think you probably have enough room there at the back of the knife if you wanted to put one around. Yeah, I think you have plenty of room if you wanted to put one around that standoff at the end. But we did do a lanyard delete, just like on the baby Banter. Baby Banter, you got enough room to do one there too if you do it right. Same thing. Well, this one, yeah, same thing there. So, okay, well, there you have it, guys. That is the Banter with the unlocked composite upgrade. I hope that you enjoyed it. Come again soon. Take care. Bye. Thanks for joining us today, and hit that subscribe button. See you soon.